So hello everybody. First, before I start my presentation, I want to ask you three questions. So first question is, who of you has smart devices at home that can be controlled over an app? Okay, most of you. So the next question I have, do you have the smart devices from different vendors also? I think so, yeah. Okay, and now the master question is, who of you can control all your devices from your home with one app? Ah, quite a few. Congratulations. So for the presentation, first I introduce myself. I'm Patricia Gufler, working for IBM, and I will present you today a possibility how you can connect these different devices into one single platform. So having these devices in one platform allows you to easily create your app where you control all your devices. And also, as an additional step, you can also interconnect the different devices. So really create a new solution out of the different devices, the different possibilities that you have with your devices. And the question is how you can achieve this. You first have to have a gateway. For the today demo, we have Eclipse Kura here, with what is an advanced gateway open source project, and we connect Eclipse Kura, the gateway, to our Watson IoT platform today for the demo. So wish me luck. So first, I shortly want to introduce myself, what I exactly doing at IBM. I work at IBM Research Development Lab in Böblingen in Germany, and I currently work on the risk management component of the Watson IoT platform. Before, I worked for the device management part, and my main contribution was there to bring the gateway support in the Watson IoT platform. So therefore, we looked after bringing the gateway support to our platform, which partners we can have and which open source projects are out there that we can work together to also to provide our customers an open source project they can use right out of the box. So coming back to the question before, we have one house, different devices in the house installed, and also all the devices communicate over a different protocol. For example, ZigBee is for Philips Hue, that we have Bluetooth LE and Ocean, Z-Wave, or also IP-based devices that already can talk to the cloud, but they talk to their own cloud. And then I don't have this common layer where all the devices are out there. And to bring all these devices together, we need, as said, a gateway that can connect over every protocol that we have here to the devices and communicate to the devices. For this, I have brought today a Raspberry Pi. On the Raspberry Pi itself, I have installed Eclipse Kura. Eclipse Kura is an OSGI-based framework where you can install your device bundles, but also now you can create your own cloud service bundles, and so enable it for the corresponding cloud that you want to have your devices. In our case, we want to connect it to the Watson IoT platform. So coming back to what exactly is Eclipse Kura, we already have seen from the talk before that Eclipse Kura is already used in different projects. It is an open source project that is for IoT gateways with a very active community, and it provides a wide range of APIs with the underlying hardware so that you can access the underlying hardware itself. And it was originally developed by Eurotech and was then contributed to the Eclipse community, and is now an open source project under the EPL license. So as Eclipse Kura comes from Eurotech, there are some, the cloud service itself, there are some parts of it that are not compatible with other IoT clouds. It's currently the default cloud service is from Eurotech's Everywhere Device Cloud. And to enable it for other IBM IoT clouds, we have, for example, the message payload encoding is based on Google Protocol Buffer, and we, as Watson IoT platform, we normally prefer JSON format, so that based on this JSON data, we can build analytics on it and really provide out of the box our customers more services. What we have also additional, what is not compatible with other IoT clouds is the specific topic prefixes, and this I think it really depends on which IoT platform you go. The topic prefixes changes, and also the default subscription we have also there for the remote device management. We have also there other topic structure. But since now Kura 2.0, it's now possible to create your own cloud service. So you can enable Kura for your Watson IoT cloud or for your private IoT cloud. And this I will show you today in this live demo. So first of all, I want to show you how Eclipse Kura looks like. So from the web UI, how you can access it. So let me. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. I zoom a little bit out. Okay, so here you see when you have installed on your Raspberry Pi or BeagleBone or some other device Eclipse Kura, the default web UI is looking like this. Here we have installed Kura 2.0.1. You can see here the system itself and the services. So we have the default cloud service over there, and the data service and the MQTT data transport. And for enabling to another IoT cloud, to Watson IoT cloud, we have created an own Watson IoT bundle, an OSGI bundle that we install now on my Raspberry Pi. Then we connect the Raspberry Pi to, we configure first the Raspberry Pi here, and then we connect it to the Watson IoT platform. And in the step afterwards, we deploy another demo heater bundle. It's a demo bundle made available by Korra. And you can see that this device is then automatically created on the Watson IoT platform for you. So now I'm connected to my Raspberry Pi over SSH, and I first have to go to the OSGI console. Okay, now we are in the OSGI console, and I go to install now my Watson IoT Java bundle. Where's my mouse? So with the command install file, then the path to the bundle, I can install my Watson IoT bundle and enable Kura to connect to the Watson IoT platform. It gets an ID, bundle ID 75, you see. I start this bundle. And in the next step, I have to first set here in the configuration. And then I'm now finished from this part. Now I can continue. I have configured Kura from the OSGI level. And the next step, I will show you what has changed. In the Kura web UI, if the network is working, otherwise not. So in Eclipse, in Kura now, we should see 3 more services that are enabled by these 3 commands. So first, the Watson IoT cloud, then the MQTT data transport layer for Watson IoT, and the data service for Watson IoT. Okay, so now we are has loaded. So here we have now 3 new services, the Watson IoT Cloud itself, where we can configure general settings for the Watson IoT Cloud. Then the MQTT data transport Watson IoT, where we have to configure the URL, the MQTT URL, the client ID, the password, and so on. And the data service Watson IoT, there we have to set as auto connect so that the device, when Kura is starting up, it connects automatically to the Watson IoT cloud. So. But first, before we can set here the configuration for the, I cannot find my mouse. Okay, here. So first, as I said, we have to configure the MQTT data transport Watson IoT. There we have to define the broker URL, username, password, client ID, and this I have to define first in the Watson IoT platform. I have to create there a gateway. I've created it before the demo here so that we are a little bit faster. So here you can see the Watson IoT platform. Here normally all the devices of your own organizations are listed. In this case we have a gateway. The device ID is my gateway and it's a type Kura gateway. Now we want to configure this or connect Kura gateway with this device. Okay, now we have set everything that you need for the configuration of the Watson IoT MQTT data transport layer. We click at Apply, so that my configuration that I've put in here are stored and then applied. And then in the next step, with the data service Watson IoT, I can enable it for auto connection. Click on Apply. And then it takes all the configuration that I have put in here to the Watson IoT, to the MQTT data transport to connect my Raspberry Pi here with installed with Kura to the Watson IoT platform. So let's check. Now probably you have recognized something has changed in this picture. The gateway itself is now connected. You can see this with this symbol. First, it was another symbol, and yeah, now that we have connected the gateway itself, we deploy a demo bundle that Kura provides out of the box. It's the heater, and this is sending all the time new temperature sensor data. So you can install bundles over what we have seen over the console, or also over using Eclipse. So here you can see the heater class. We have we can the deactivate method and set cloud servers here, and at the end the do publish does then really the publishing of the temperature. And when I install it now from here, from my Raspberry Pi, I have now here in the M toolkit is a plugin for Eclipse where I can install these OSGI bundles. And now we install the heater bundle. I have exported the heater bundle before, so it's only right-click on the project, then export, and then as deployable plugin. And then you get this jar file that you can install on Kura. So when we now go to the Kura web UI, we refresh it again, and as we have now installed the heater bundle, also here on the web UI, we should see this bundle that we can configure how often it should publish sensor data, for example, and other configuration we can define here. And then afterwards, we will go to the Watson IoT platform and refresh there also. So Korra itself has installed this bundle. Then based on the Watson IoT bundle that we have installed on Korra and Raspberry Pi, also the heater itself is installed on the Watson IoT platform. It seems that the internet connection is not that good, so probably I switch to the offline demo mode. Okay, I switched to the offline demo mode. So we have created the gateway, we have set the settings. The gateway is connected. Then we have here the heater project that we exported. And then we deploy it to the Raspberry Pi. What has changed in the Kura web UI is, first of all, here you can see on services on the left side the heater, and here also some configuration for this heater. And also on Watson IoT platform, then this heater is then automatically created for you. You, as a developer, you only have to provide this bundle, install it in Kura, and then for the connectivity and also for adding this new device is done automatically by you. So what I would like to show you afterwards is the device heater bundle is always providing some data, so temperature data, and an example of such a JSON text file is, for example, temperature internal, temperature external. And what you can do right out of the box, for example, with Watson IoT platform, is create your own dashboard. So on the left-hand side of the Watson IoT platform, you can see here all boards, create new board, and create your Eclipse conference board, create your own card for the heater bundle, for the heater device. Set what exactly should be shown. It should be shown a real-time chart with the temperature internal, it's a number, and then this real-time chart is updating according to what the sensor is sending. And this is only one additional out-of-the-box service that you can use and create your own dashboard. So you have all your devices in one dashboard, one single app. And I think what's also something interesting is with Watson IoT itself is a service on our platform as a service, Bluemix. There we have a lot of different other services available for you so that you can not only connect your devices, manage your devices, analyze your devices, but really you can interact with the devices. For example, last week I did a demo with where I controlled an electric lock using voice. So I don't have for everything a button or an app, but I can also say unlock the door when someone is ringing the doorbell. And for summary, for today, we saw gateways bring devices together and can bring the devices to the cloud platform. And Kura is a very great open source project that shows how you can connect your devices and provide the device to the Watson IoT platform. And when we saw, but then with the offline mode, what we can do with the Watson IoT platform, creating your own dashboard, and also having additional services that we provide to the developers that they can really create on top of this additional value and be very innovative. So that was my presentation for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any question, feel free to ask. Yeah, I think for home automation, you say, yeah, it's really home automation. The gateway itself should always work independently if there's an internet connection or not, because this also happened sometime. There are some examples where there was no internet connection and then the people can't go into the house, and that's something you don't want to have. So the gateway has really a huge responsibility for the end user, but on the other case, we have cloud support on the other side that really provides you a firmware update, for example. So when there's the actual firmware leaks some security issues, then you want to have automatic firmware update, and you don't want to manually go there. An end user does not do that. He does not check, is the firmware now on the latest version, is everything okay? So really add value, provide the end user some additional value, but the gateway is really here an important point here for the home automation.
So presumably in Korra you understand how to configure your home gateway, so you can access the gateway directly from an app.
Yeah, you can, as I showed before, you can see the browser itself where the Korra is running on a Raspberry Pi, so you can always control the heater from there. So you can set, for example, in the simple demo case, how often the heater should send data or measure something. But yeah.
So just to jump on that, I mean, part of this is about elements of security and dependability. I don't want my light switch on and then rely on cloud connections to do that. That's great. If we look at smart edge gateways, again, are we bringing models? Is Watson going to bring a model locally into a smart edge gateway? So is there some sense of intelligence around the edge? Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, he asked the question if we want to provide for smarter homes some module that does the intelligence there, so I don't need. Yeah, so I don't need internet connection to switch on my light, for example. Yeah, all the time. Yeah. Yeah, we have. This is, I think, the responsibility of the gateway manufacturer itself, the gateway providers. What we, for example, provide to developers and startups out there, that Node-RED, I don't know if you have heard about it, Node-RED is now delivered to every Raspberry Pi. So when you install chassis, for example, then it's automatically also delivered to the Raspberry Pi, and then you can configure your rules. So what happens when this light switch has pushed? So yeah. but we don't do really go into the home automation market. What we want to have is really to enable the home automation manufacturers and startups that they can have their platform, or they can use the cloud already and integrate their devices easily to our cloud platform and do device management analytics on the devices. You mean the bundle for the corresponding device? Who is providing this? Yeah, here with Eclipse community, we have a lot of developers out there that can have their own devices, as we already seen, have a lot of smart devices at their home, and they can share the device bundles, for example, for Philips Hue, for electric door, for example. So the developers can share the bundle, and you can use it right out of the box. Yeah, exactly. We Watson IoT platform. We're building the Watson IoT platform. We don't want to have for every domain to be there the market leader. That's impossible. But what I wanted to add here for today's demo, you saw that I had to manually configure first in the console some commands, and this will not be necessary in the future, because then we will contribute to Kura itself. So when you install Kura on your Raspberry Pi, on your devices, this connection to Watson IoT is right out of the box, so you can only enable it with some clicks, and then it's done.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Patricia.